Hyundai's IONIQ lineup has grown by like a lot. This thing is big, and they only gave me 30 minutes, so we're gonna dive in. Well, voiceover has no rush, so let's talk about the new Hyundai IONIQ 9. Following the success of the IONIQ 5, I'll just call that a hatchback, and IONIQ 6 streamlined sedan, the IONIQ 9 is Hyundai's new flagship 3-row all-electric SUV that can seat up to 7 passengers. It has a long wheelbase with a boat-inspired exterior that's filled with conversation pieces. For example, flush surfaces, a tapered roofline with no antenna, and aerodynamic exterior elements all contribute to achieve a drag coefficient of 0.27. It's pretty slick. The inserts on the wheel arch cladding make the vehicle look, quote, rugged. The character line on the rear door is influenced by Hanbok, you might have to Google that one. And there's an absence of clamshell doors that were first seen on the prototype. But hey, sorry, a guy can dream, can he? Here in the States, we don't get the digital side view mirrors, but we get pixels. That's Hyundai IONIQ's signature thing, pixels. We get all the pixels, lots of pixels. The IONIQ 9 rides on Hyundai's Electric Global Modular Platform, or eGMP for short. It has an 800-volt architecture with a low-mounted 110.3 kilowatt-hour battery pack and vehicle-to-load and vehicle-to-grid capabilities. There's a standard rear-wheel drive model that gets up to 215 total horsepower, a dual-motor all-wheel drive long-range model with up to 303 horsepower, and a dual-motor all-wheel drive performance model with up to 422 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 in an estimated 4.9 seconds. There's no official range numbers yet, but all trims of the IONIQ 9 are projected to get over 300 miles of driving range. When properly equipped, it can tow up to 5,000 pounds, and on a DC fast charger, it can get a 10 to 80% charge in roughly 24 minutes. And Hyundai says moving forward, all of their electric vehicles will come with an NACS port, which means you can charge at over 17,000 Tesla stations. Yeah, that's not all of the stations, but it's a good start. Now, gotta keep going. Thanks to that low-mounted battery pack and long wheelbase, the interior has a flat floor with loads of space. If you're wondering if North America will get the second row swiveling seats so passengers can face the third row, that's a big no. But that's totally fine because the driver's position is nice and comfortable anyway, with plenty of seat adjustability, lots of leg room, an electronically adjustable steering column with a good range of motion, and relaxation seats that recline while charging. And the comfort also extends to the second row as well. I gotta tell you, there's plenty of space in the second row. This seat is my ideal driving position at 6'4", plenty of leg room, loads of headroom, and my feet fit under the seat. In the middle seat, you don't have a hump to contend with, but you are hiked up just a little bit, and behind someone of normal or average size, plenty of space. The second row also has USB ports on the back of the front seats and access to more storage in the available Universal Island 2.0, which is a sliding center console between the first and second row. But does passenger comfort extend all the way to the rear? All right, now let's see how easy it is to get into the third row. And one feature I like is this can move forward with the push of a button. And getting back here, yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of space, but I feel like the second row is scooted up just a little bit far forward. But I have plenty of headroom despite that tapering roofline. And I got some hard plastics over here, but at least the seat doesn't hike my knees up to my chest. And I have a USB-C charge port right here, cup holder, and let's see if I can scoot this back, what that will feel like. Oh yeah, don't mind the booty. Ooh, yeah. If you're tall in the second row, you might have to scoot up just a little bit so your tall third row passengers can have a little bit more space, because my legs are digging into the back of the second row seats. Behind the third row, there's actually decent space with a usable 21.9 cubic feet of cargo room. But if you're like me and the third rows aren't necessary daily, then there's 46.7 cubic feet of space with the third row folded flat. And if you're hauling all the things, both second and third rows can fold flat for tons of cargo space. And yeah, if you're wondering, this thing does have a frunk. But keep in mind, on all-wheel drive models, this space is a little bit smaller. All right. Along with practicality, the interior of the IONIQ 9 is well appointed, ergonomic, and crafted with families in mind. The airy greenhouse has available active noise control and acoustic glass on the first and second rows for enhanced noise reduction, and the two-tone trim is a nice touch. Up front, the driver-centric layout has a curved display which houses a 12-inch gauge cluster and 12-inch infotainment touchscreen, USB-C ports for quickly charging devices, and a features on-demand service where customers can personalize their IONIQ 9 with digital upgrades like different lighting patterns or digital screen themes that can be purchased from an online store. The layout up front looks great. There's nice trim materials and bits up here, soft armrests, and it looks good. I like the curved displays, and it has a nice streamlined design. What I don't like is no compartment for your sunglasses, but you do get some extra storage down here, and you get a pretty decently sized center console, but it's comfortable, it looks cool, and I think it gets the job done with a nice mixture of physical and digital buttons. Good job. The IONIQ 9 gets Hyundai's SmartSense suite of safety features standard, which includes lane keep assist, lane following assist, forward collision avoidance, blind spot collision avoidance, automatic emergency braking, and smart cruise control with highway driving assist. If you're looking for a surround view monitor or remote smart park assist, they'll be available as options. If you're interested in trading in your vehicle to go all electric and grab the IONIQ 9 or any other all electric vehicle, go on kbb.com and get your car's value so you can put it towards this trade-in or something else. kbb.com, click the link above for more details. I gotta keep going. The only other non-luxury three-row EV SUVs in the US market right now include the IONIQ 9's platform mate, the Kia EV9, and the upcoming Volkswagen ID Buzz. So it's a good thing to see that big family-friendly EV SUVs are starting to become a thing. Pricing for the Hyundai IONIQ 9 will be announced closer to its launch date in early 2025, and it will be built at the Hyundai Motor Group Meta Plant in Bryan County, Georgia. The Hyundai IONIQ 9. Yeah, it's big, it looks futuristic, it's spacious and practical on the inside, lots of tech, and we can't wait to see how it drives. So stay tuned, and I'm about 5 minutes over, but it's all good. I'll do it for you.